Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. Okay, so we're making, I have to confess to people, this video we're making is due to the fact that it's probably the stupidest fucking thing we've done at Mile High View. So, a self-proclaimed Bronco fan came out, started spewing fucking bullshit, and we have to respond. I just hate to do it because that means everybody will come out with some sort of nonsense. Oh, thank you. Got that.
Yeah, did you catch that, Jerry Judy?
Oh, whoa. I would have caught it, but they had me covered. So anyway, I got to take this off because, whew, Jesus. I had to take that off because I was burning up in there. I always hated helmets and shoulder pads. I like, the rugby. Just go and, load, lock and load and, smash them, do some smash mouth. All right. So I want you to play a video of this guy that's basically a bona fide liar. We had a commenter on our last video of the Bills, and I hate doing these videos because they're so stupid. It wasn't. I don't care if they trash talk, but when they're just lying, just flat out lying. I mean, we have to deal with that with the 8 platforms. And how do we deal with that, Cody? We get snapshots, we play the video, because they notoriously say we didn't say that, and then okay, roll the video or show the still photo or whatever, and that's why they hate us so much. But we don't. You can hate us all you want, but we don't lie to you. We do it the best that we can see. Now, this guy is called. Hang on a second. His handle at YouTube is savagesev, as in 7, I guess, John Elway. So savagesev started this whole thing on his channel. I would call it a monument to lies. This is what we do. We're not going to put words in this guy's mouth. We're going to play his video, and we're going to, Colby went to say, let's talk about this. Oh boy, the saucer eyeballs finally gets him on the phone. And why don't you talk about that conversation?
Well, I mean, the conversation was, a Bronco conversation, really. I mean, it just had a lot to do with different points of view in terms of what was going on. I mean, he had his difference of opinion. When it comes to what we're talking about, it's a completely different the best way I could define this without being an asshole is you have the John Elway mindset and then you have the Pat Bowlen mindset. Really, that's what it really comes down to.
I am set in my ways because I believe in building dynasties, not just, I don't believe in princess quarterbacks. It takes a lot more than a princess quarterback to make a dynasty. And if you know anything about football, anybody that knows anything about football knows that, even though the NFL is marketing to this princess quarterback idea. So anyway, this guy is just spewing a bunch of fucking lies. And that's what pissed me off. I mean, it's like, I'm done people saying stuff we didn't say. I don't even know why sometimes we even make these videos. But what we're going to do is, because we gotten into this thread, we're going to have him do the talking. We're going to address his lies, okay? By the way, great men and women throughout history said one thing, and that is there is one thing worse than a thief, and that's a liar. I cannot stand liars. What we do here, dude, you know what? This is the thing. We hold the we hold the organization accountable. I know accountability, holding somebody accountable is a weird thing in this day and age. I get that. Your age, that's just, holding people accountable. Wow. Why would you do that? We've been lied to for 6 years. I don't believe in this product that they're putting out. I don't believe in the Wilson experiment. That doesn't mean I don't like Russell Wilson. We believe that they put the cart in front of the horses. They always do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean we hate Wilson. It was an acquisition way ahead of its time. And it was 6 years of mismanagement. Okay. You can cheerlead, and you are a poster child of cheering for mismanagement. You are a self-proclaimed cheerleader. So what we're going to do is we're going to play your tape, and we're going to bring the truth to your lies. So why don't you get started, and you can listen to this.
So one thing that irks me, man, one thing that really irks me more than one thing that really gets under my skin at times, and I just don't understand people's get down. I don't understand people's mindsets. I don't understand people's logic, is when...
Time out. Dude, maybe you should have reached out to us and had a conversation instead of the other way around, so we could clue you in a little bit about our logic. It is 6 years. Again, we're going to keep saying this. 6 years of screwing the pooch. What I can't understand is why people cheerlead each and every year of screwing the pooch. Each year of a failure when it's right in front of your eyes if you choose to look for it. That's the part I can't understand. And that's what gets under our skin. Okay, just letting you know. We're a see it to believe it, outfit here. We're not here to get views. Honestly, what we try to do is we're trying to chronologically document everything we can about this. One thing you didn't mention, you said you never listened to us, then you backpedaled and said, well, yeah, I did. How come it is season after season we end up being right over everybody else? National, local, we're the people that don't get listened to. That's the problem. I don't even care if they didn't listen to us, but if they just did things the way it should be done, if they were doing things the way it should be done, you wouldn't have 6.5 years of mismanagement, and you wouldn't have the worst Broncos that we've seen since the AFL days. You got to live in the real world. You know that, right? The real world is the worst Broncos we've seen, and it's beyond a quarterback. And you're going to see it this season. We guarantee it. Sure, they may win. They may win, not might. But I'm really skeptical about it. They may win 9 games, okay? I think that would be a feat to do that. I'll give them that. It would be a major feat to do that. And I think a lot of things would have to. But that doesn't mean they're. I don't care about muddling in the middle. It isn't about cheering. It's about we want the Pat Bowlen model of we want to be a dynasty. We want to be. If we're not just here to be, we're happy to be here. No, we want to dominate. We want the Broncos to dominate. Right now it's an embarrassment. And to say it's just one quarterback away is an embarrassment. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, you hit everything right on the head. I go ahead. Sorry.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Supposed Bronco fans have more hatred for the team and everything the team does.
Okay, stop it again. Just stop it right there. What has the Broncos been doing for the last 6 years? What is there to cheer about? We have tons of videos on this, of what they did, how they screwed the pooch. You have a front office that should have been fired a long time ago, and you just sit and cheer it on, thinking things are going to change. That's our mindset. That's what frustrates us. Go ahead.
Division foes, bro. It's not never surprising when a division foe, a division rival, talks reckless towards the Broncos. But I cannot stand a person that says they're Bronco fans and everything the Broncos do. It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't matter if it's in a right direction. They always have something negative to say about this team.
Stop it right there. I'm going to let you answer that one.
It's not being negative about the team. It's being accountable. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and, like I said, I'm not attacking this guy. We're not trying to do, I'm just trying to set the record straight of what he said in his videos, that because I went back after our record session, I didn't hear the first half of that session. So if this comes across to him, and I want to make this clear, if this comes across to him like we're attacking him, no, we're setting the record straight, but we're holding the team accountable. And you know what? I'm not trying to tell you how to be a fan, but when you have fans like the personality like yourself, in terms of, everything's going to be okay, but when they come on both of our channels and they death threat us, call us racist, and report us and all this stuff, when we're neither of that. We're not racist. We're far from that. We're holding this team accountable. And quite frankly, I can't stand fans that say we're attacking you. We're not attacking you. There's a difference between attacking somebody and being accountable of this organization.
Well, what it is we're frustrated with people like him.
Yeah.
Just 6 years, okay? I can't take it. 6 years of
I agree.
Working on a job where the boss is a friggin' moron, okay? And you just keep saying, how can I cheer that on? You have to go back to the same place. This stuff is not going to be changed until you guys take your head out of whatever. I am going to hold you accountable. I'm holding this guy accountable. I am holding fans accountable, because just mindlessly clapping and cheering, it's frustrating. You dude, I bet you did this for 6 years. Now, I want to say this. We're not totally negative. When we believe something positive, I mean, look at Hennessy. You say this is a good pick. Who is the one guy that seems to be the pick that they got right?
Hennessy.
The guy you picked. And we're like scratching our heads like, what are you doing with Burrito and all this, Dulcich? And don't tell me, because I don't think Dulcich was the right pick, which it was never the right pick. And the fact is, the guy hasn't even seen the field. Okay, maybe down the road, this, that, maybe, perhaps. But this guy did videos on players that really would help this team. God forbid we do that and say, no, you guys got it. You guys been getting it. If when John Elway walks out of the room, was Judy the right pick? Come on. Let's get serious here. This problem the Broncos have is not going to get fixed just by a quarterback. Things are going to keep bleeding. We already seen that in the Dallas film. When we broke the Dallas film, we saw problems like, oh, man, this is going to rear its ugly head. All right, so go ahead.
And even when it's good vibes, even when stuff's going accordingly and you're going in the right direction.
Just stop it right. God, this is like propaganda on steroids. What is going the right direction? You start mentioning about the coach and so this guy's unproven. Plus, he's got Elway always tapping on the shoulder. I don't believe he's a head coach. I believe that once this thing gets going, it's going to be Russell bombs away, and it's going to be don't do that. The guy's going to be Elway's is going to be in this guy's text in his earphones or what. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's an independent coach.
Well, I'm sorry, but Nathaniel Hackett, again, he was the quarterback's coach and / offense coordinator. He wasn't the guy calling plays. It was Matt LaFleur that was calling plays. That's been proven by Packer fans and Packers radio up there. Matt LaFleur was calling the offense. Aaron Rodgers liked him, but whatever.
Well, let's say he's a genius. Let's just say he's a genius, okay? How is he going to do his job with the guy upstairs tapping everybody on the shoulder?
Vic Fangio was a genius as a defensive mind, and you ran him out of town.
Yeah, and this guy's like going on about this. Yeah, you don't realize what you have. Okay, anyway, we'll get off on a tangent. Go ahead and play this.
They're supposed to be so-called Bronco fans, man. So me as a supporter in the Bronco community, as a person that loves this team and has passion for this team with all my heart, every sweat, like I grew up off this team, bro. I literally spend hours embedding my energy into this team because Broncos country is a way of life for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to support other Bronco content creators, even if like they're not up to par. You know what I'm saying? In what I feel is the right way to represent this
We're
team.
not up to par.
Just because at this Bronco logo, I try to show them love and support. I'll sub up. I'll subscribe to their channels. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I don't try to go based off of just how I feel about the team and say, oh, they're not Bronco fans. You know what I'm saying? But I had a couple people that do Bronco content and YouTube, and I really never, ever really put any energy into going to their channels. I subbed up to them, and you know what I'm saying? I try to show love when I can. And today I came across this YouTube channel, and it's called Denver Broncos Mile High. And I checked out their content, man, and they're just diminishing everything that the Broncos are doing. Like they don't agree with.
Stop it right there. I want to stop right there. Let's. I want to talk about Pat Bowlen. You want to? Okay, I don't question your love. You know,
these people need a learning lesson on Pat Bowlen.
This guy to me seems like a wife in an abusive situation, an abusive relationship. The husband could keep beating her in the head. I love you so much. Boom. Give me more. Boom. I love you. Pat Bowlen set a standard, and we have slipped. We have slipped from that standard. It's not a happy to be there, 9-8, you know, whatever, 9 and whatever. It's dominance. It's about being the dominant force, and we have lost that. We're holding them accountable. You can love them all you want. You can love your abuser all you want. I haven't, like I said, we have to see it to believe that they're not still muddling in this 6-7 years of mismanagement. I'm just going to tell you right now, we want the front office gone. Once this thing fails, and it's got to, because it's been mismanaged for 6 years, one guy cannot take care of it. It mathematically cannot happen. All we're saying is clear out the front office, get this Pat Bowlen mentality back where we get people doing the right things. They didn't have to be necessarily people, say if we're in the draft or free agency that we exactly wanted. It'd be great. But if they got somebody like it, even trying to do what everybody else gets, it's these good teams, which the guy upstairs doesn't seem to get. We'd be on, this all has to do with accountability and not cheerleading. We are not cheerleaders here. And we're going to we did for 6 years. Not one time did you come and say, you know what, for as bad as their bad mouth is, they seem to be right every year. We said they were wrong with the whole Drew Lock and Bridgewater thing. They were right about that. They said that this was not a team that Bridgewater had. He didn't have the support like he did in New Orleans. Okay, they were right about that. Nobody ever. We're constantly we haven't gone anywhere because all you people haven't been able to prove us wrong. And it's not about us being right or wrong. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get you fans to hold the front office accountable. If this whole thing fails, I'm just asking, not asking what kind of a fan to be, but can you try to think about accountability? Can you start to think about maybe we should get rid of this thing that's been there for 6.5 years and try to get something else? Just thought. Go ahead.
I've done. They don't agree with bringing Russell Wilson over here to.
Okay, stop.
Take the top.
Yeah, why we didn't agree with bringing Russell Wilson here because this team is not a quarterback away. You're giving up all that draft capital that you're going to need. You're going to find out you're going to need it.
Space.
Okay.
Cap space.
Cap space with all these bad signings too, including Justin Simmons, your boy. I don't know. I shouldn't call him your boyfriend, but all this great. All the wide receivers, all this stuff. You don't have the. I guess this is going to have to play out before you believe me. I know you don't believe me, but when this thing plays out, you have given up everything. And if you sign Russell to this huge contract, it's adios amigo, man. You're not going to you're going to be screwed. I'm just saying. But okay, go ahead. It wasn't because we hated Russell Wilson. It had nothing.
Yes.
Manager, they hate the new coach. They're saying, Justice Simmons. Pretty much, they're mad at Justice Simmons. Being that low on the ranking of the best football players in the league, the top 100. And I started going back on all their content.
Stop it.
They're more
I think what you meant to say is we don't like Justin Simmons. We discussed his ranking. We have done so much film on Justin Simmons season after season. And if let me just put it this way, if you don't realize he's not a good safety, it's because you chose not to. The film clearly shows it. His peers have no respect for him. And as a player, we don't like him as a player. As a person, he's a great person. Okay? As a player, the film doesn't lie. He sucks. His peers know he sucks.
Yeah,
they didn't like how Von Miller was the spokesperson because he wasn't going to go all out for Elway. But you can just hand a script to and let me tell you that Simmons is a great on-camera personality. He's charming, he's good looking, you name it. He just sucks as a safety, but he's a great prompter reader. He's a great script reader. You know, and the NFL likes that too. I mean, put him in the broadcast booth. It's fine with me. Just get him off the field. Go ahead.
Mystic about everything the Broncos are doing than the average bias opponent rival fan. And it's like, come on, bro. Like you've seen what this team has been through the last 5-6 years. And you've seen the struggles of the quarterback play, and you've seen how this coaching staff has diminished the squad.
Okay, stop it
okay,
right there.
Let me say something before you get. But the first thing you said is the struggle of the quarterback play. How about the struggle of the offensive line, the defensive line, the coverage linebackers, the special teams with the depth and the player personnel development? Quarterback and the head coach. That's it. And I said, I'm not attacking you, dude. I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is there's a difference between the John Elway mindset and the Pat Bowlen mindset. Go ahead. Sorry, I had to bring that up.
Yeah. It's when listening to the stuff this guy says, he's clearly listening to sports talk radio. I'm sorry, dude.
Go for it.
You don't have a mind of your own. It's blind. Just whatever. Again, the wife, man. Oh, I love you, honey. I love you, honey. Getting beat the shit out and then saying I love you, honey. I'm just not wired that way. Pat Bowlen. It was frustrating for me to lose Pat Bowlen. Yes, I am set in my ways. I'm set in my ways on how to properly build an organization. You talk about 6 years. Hold on. You talk about 6.5 years, and all you can do is look at the quarterback. You can't. Did you know that Bridgewater, when he had proper player personnel, could take a team to the playoffs? We told you last year, Bridgewater isn't the problem. You got the player personnel. He will take you to the playoffs, but you don't have the player personnel. Did anybody congratulate us on getting that right? No. Again, blinders, ears, don't want to hear it. Head in the sand. Forget all the other problems that are going on. We just need a quarterback.
Yeah. I'm not looking for congratulations. I just I hate being right each and every year. I hate it.
No.
I hate it.
I know.
Wrong. Well, I beg to differ. But you know what? This is what, again, I get a lot of, and this is what I haven't told you yet. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I don't even tell you about fans. Why are you with him? Why am I with you? Because this guy right here has a mind of his own. Okay, maybe he is set in his ways, but he has seen, I'm like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you cheat. Yeah, you basement dweller. Yeah, you mother's basement dweller. This guy has been through the whole Pat Bowlen era. He knows what it takes to win. He gets it. I won't be, whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
Speaking of, I wanted to say something about John Elway. I wanted to say, he should have a logo on his door. It says, everything I ever needed to know about running a football team, I learned from Al Davis.
Oh.
Okay, play the guy again.
All right.
Happy in the direction that the Broncos country is going, because first and foremost, it comes off like you're biased against who the quarterback is. You didn't like Russell Wilson from the beginning. So your emotions are embedded in that. Your emotions, because you don't agree that we should have went after Russell Wilson. You agree that we should have went after Aaron Rodgers type.
Okay, there we go.
Get going. That's the biggest lie.
If you'll go back and watch again, I'm not attacking you. Go back and watch the draft last year when I said that report is bullshit, and I don't want Rodgers. We have never said that we wanted Aaron Rodgers. Never, ever, ever, ever in our in our video archive, have we said that we wanted fucking Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say that that's just a flat out lie. But I want to apologize. I do want to apologize to him. Listening to this again, the second time, I don't think you're a liar. I actually just think you don't have an understanding on our mindset, where we're coming from. And you're trying to fill in blanks that you're confused about. We know we would have loved to have seen them develop Drew Lock, first of all. They said, go ahead.
No, go into that. Go into that.
I was going to say we would have loved, but when you're saying we don't like quarterbacks. Okay, wait a second. Yeah. And you're saying I don't know anything in this, so that's fine. When they drafted Drew Lock, I said, do not draft Drew Lock. Okay, and you're saying that contradicts what you just said. I know. Just listen to me. Try to focus and listen to what I'm saying. When they drafted Drew Lock, I said, do not draft him because John Elway does not have the patience for Drew Lock. Everybody around the league echoed that. When this whole Josh Allen thing, like we did a video on Josh Allen, it blew up, it was big. And everybody around the league said, this fan base, this front office is not patient. This is our frustration with fans that are not patient. I said, do not draft Drew Lock because this organization will not be patient to develop him and develop the proper player personnel around it. They can't even come up with a system. You guys blame coaches. You said 6 years. Well, Fangio hasn't been here for 6 years. Vance Joseph wasn't here for 6 years. Peyton hasn't been here, the GM, for 6 years. What's the common thread in all of this? It's always the same. We've been seeing this for 6 years. There's one common thread.
Elway. Everything
I ever needed to know about running a football team, I learned from Al Davis. That's John Elway. It's not about being emotionally hating or disliking quarterbacks. First of all, we put quarterbacks in perspective. I'm old school. Let me tell you about old school. We didn't make quarterbacks into Disney princesses. They had to earn their keep, but we put people around them. Look at John Elway. He could not win a Super Bowl until they put proper player personnel around him. And you'd think you people would have got that lesson right in your own backyard, but it just gone. We have to build the player. We need a program. We need consistency. We need to, say this is who we are. This is what we're going to stick to. This is what we're going to develop. There's no stick-to-itness at all. And what we've seen with this Dallas, just watching the film, when we watch the film over and over, it's again this spaghetti against the wall because the player personnel is a mismatch. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, good.
So now you're mad and everything you put out there is negative. Everything you put out there is on a pessimistic level. Even when the Broncos are making changes, even when the Broncos show by action, you got to flip this uppers and you got to get into the rate.
What action has it shown? What action? We mean that they got Russell Wilson? They won one preseason game? The actions that I see are the same actions I've seen for 6.5 years overall. They got another quarterback. Okay. Where have we not seen this movie before?
We saw it last year.
And the year before, and the year, it just keeps going. Okay. And I feel sorry for Russell Wilson, just to be honest with you, because this team is not ready for him. Really, it's not. You guys overhype everything instead of realistically evaluating. So it's not about being pessimistic. I guess to a sense it is, but I haven't seen anything that's changing my mind that this team is doing anything differently than it's done for 6 years. It's just a new version of the same old shit. Go ahead.
Team you still have a problem with it. They're not real Broncos fans then. Yeah, bro. And that's how I feel. I feel like honestly, bro, they just do this to do it, to try to have some airtime, because even
Stop.
Yeah. Hey, let me go into this.
You should know we don't care about likes. We don't care about subscribers. We're trying to chronologically document everything we can about this. Right now, believe me, if things were different, believe me, the way we know that this thing can be done, you would think we were a complete different channel. We'd be totally optimistic. We give suggestions here and there. As a matter of fact, well, here you go. I wouldn't even have a channel if these guys had their act together up at the front office. I don't want views. I never thought I'd be doing this ever, but it just got to a point I got so sick of being lied to all the time. I just got sick of being lied to and bullshitted all the time. I just couldn't do it anymore because I'm not wired like, the wife. Yes, honey, I love you. I can only be hit in the head so many times. Go ahead.
No, you were talking about the airtime. We do this, dude. We don't get paid for this, man.
I've got so much shit to do right now, and I shouldn't be doing. That's why I put on the helmet, because it's so. Even addressing this guy is so stupid. But go ahead. Maybe just to clear up my. Oh, go ahead.
Mile High, their whole YouTube channel is so negative towards the Broncos, but they have the logo as the forerunner of their YouTube, and I'm like, you don't have one good thing.
We're a black hole in space, just sucking all the fun.
For what we've seen in this last preseason, we're not declaring Super Bowl. We just know what we have in these young.
You know what you have, huh? I think you you know what you have. What did they tell us to do on one preseason game? What did they tell us to do? What did we get?
They told us to shut the fuck up.
Why would that be? There was one preseason game. Oh, because we're going to. What was it when they got Wilson? What did they say?
3 to 5 minimum.
3 to 5 Super Bowls minimum, and you're trying to tell me, dude, you guys aren't talking this shit. Come on, you gotta be real. We're real. If we weren't real, you'd be liking what we say.
Yeah.
But we're real, so you're not liking what we're saying. You don't have what you think you have, but go ahead.
No, I agree.
And this young talent, these young players, and you're mad at Broncos country for saying good job. You're mad at us for being happy with our players.
What's the good job? I don't get the good job part.
No, good job. What good job?
Yeah, you're a seller. You are a cellar dweller team.
It's what fans do when they this is what the fans did in the 90s with the Raiders. This is what the fans.
Oh, absolutely. I was explaining to Colby what it was like in the 90s with these Raider fans. They all were just swearing they were just a throwaway from the AFC Championship, and it was like, oh, God. We have become those Raiders of the. Listening to this guy, it's like going back in time. It's like a throwback to listening to the fucking Raider fans, like, ugh. Talk about just a quarterback away. You're just a throw. They were just a throwaway from the AFC Championship. No, you weren't. No, your young talent is just like, what, like Burrito? You mean that young talent? Dulcich, who's sitting on the bench? Judy, who had ghosted, Jesse Bates, the guy I wanted, just ghosted him. Come on, man. Enough with the Kool-Aid, man.
Happy with the new blood we have in the Broncos regime, and you don't think that Bronco fans have a right to speak up with that? You think we should just stay quiet and not rejoice in the new blood and respect the new blood that's coming up? What kind of Bronco?
Did he say that last year? And the year before that and the year before? I mean, I can't do this, dude. I can't do it every year. I know they got Russell Wilson. That doesn't change what they're just the same. It's just a different version. Go ahead.
Souped up carbon copy of last year, basically, with Russell.
We just did the Minnesota game. I mean, I know.
No, yeah, repeat.
You think you have the audacity to? I know as a GM, John Elway was not. He was not. You know what I'm saying? The best GM. But you have the audacity to go at John Elway as a player.
Okay,
never
we never
found
called John Elway out as a player. Oh, we did mention, though, that like every quarterback in the league, including Tom Brady, they have to be surrounded. You know, yeah, John Elway, the player, is over here. John Elway, the owner, GM, head coach, offensive coordinator, whatever, scout, whatever this he thinks he is over here, that's a whole different animal. We separated the two multiple times, so please don't lie about that. Go ahead.
You have the audacity to go at Justin Simmons as a player and talk all this.
We never said that. As we never.
Oh no, well we went after him as a player, not as a person.
Player constructively and detail orientedly.
But with film, we've shown. Dude, they don't. People aren't players aren't haters. Okay, they're not haters. They respect one another, but they also know where one another is, and they have no respect for sports writers just writing up Simmons is this great thing when we got just. Again, go watch the Bengal film, for instance. Just for instance, then go watch the Raider film, for instance. Go watch film on. Can you go watch film on Justin Simmons? Just objectively say, okay, maybe, just maybe they could be right. Just maybe.
Or just go in there with a mind. That's all.
Put the hype off and go through as much film as we went. You can go to NFL, get the replays, and just focus on him and say yourself, my God, why is this guy giving all this real estate up? Oh my God. Look at him. He's getting turned around. How come he can't help over the top? What the hell is going on here?
And they're going to get at his side of the field constantly.
They just did in the Dallas. And then you say, dude, you said, oh, all this hope we got and all this new blood and everything that's going so great. Camp, I got film, video after video, him getting torched. Go ahead.
That I recorded.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just come off as a person that is either a troll, a person that started up this YouTube channel to basically bash because you say, them dudes were saying they were from NY and they followed the New York Giants or something,
Okay, stop it right there.
You mean he did media?
What? Well, yeah, I worked in media in New York. That didn't mean I was a fan of the Giants, a fan of the Jets, or the fan of the Bills. I just worked there as media. But this is what we do here. We're not going trolling other fans and stuff like this. We have discussions with other fans. We go and take a look at what they're doing. All these teams, we take a look. McDermott, we look at what he's doing, what they're doing in Tampa. We like looking at success. We know what success is with Pat Bowlen. Okay, so what we like to do is we like to see the player personnel that everybody's getting and how they're coordinating the whole thing together. That doesn't make us a fan of them. It may make us a fan of what they're doing. We get what they're doing. We say, yeah, they're doing things right here. And it's showing. It's showing. But that doesn't make us a fan. So we would like to emulate some of that stuff here. It doesn't hurt to get back to the successful ways of doing things. Go ahead.
Man, yeah, we have one of those. There's one in every fan base for sure. But I just, my thing is, bro, is like you're going at other YouTubers too. You're going at other Bronco creators, bro.
Okay, time out. When you talk about trolls and going after YouTube creators, they're doing it to us. It's the other way around. We have trolls and people, death threats, racist card, saying that we're going to go after you and your family.
Yeah, death threats.
I dare you go on these other platforms and try and find us on there saying, oh, all this and that and the third. Oh, try and find that. You won't find anything because we don't do that. We are as real as it gets. Unfortunately, and some people just can't handle realism anymore.
I want to go ahead. I want to talk about. I was going to say I wanted to talk how we went after people, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about. He says you're going after. We go after other platforms that say things like, we're going to use. We're going to go over the top. We're going to bring in Shermer to take the top off the defense, for instance. We hold them accountable to what they said, and then these other platforms will say, well, we didn't say that. What we do is we screenshot. Now we're recording you and we're putting you on, not to hold you accountable, but to explain to other fans our mindset. Because I think you're very confused as to our mindset because you don't have an accountability mind. You have it. I'll cheer everything. I don't care what you can, be the worst, and I'll just cheer you on. That's your prerogative. But that's not how we're wired.
Pussification is what it is. That's what. Unfortunately, that's what
I call it mindlessness. Just pure mindlessness.
That goes into the world today too. It's not directly attacking you. That's around the world today. People are just pussified now.
That's true. Go ahead.
Because we're not staying down. We're not playing victim, bro. You like some of these Broncos fans victim? I come across. It's like they like to have this mentality of being victims, bro, instead of representing.
Stop.
How are we being victims?
Well, look, I'm just going to say this. You're saying that we're going out when we go out and hold people accountable. Okay, that's not. But what we're saying is, we're not going out saying we're going to go after you and your family. We're you can call it victim or what you have, but we have death threats. That's a real thing that we have to put up with.
How do you think that we have death threats, man?
Yeah, and we still do this. We're under a lot. You just have no idea. We're under just to speak our truth of what we're saying. You may not like it. To you, like I said, I'm not trying to convince you of anything, because you're never going to be convinced. You're going to just keep believing what you want to believe. I'm just explaining, because you would. I think, am I right, Colby? You asked to go on his live stream and back up what to set the record straight.
I sent him the DM, and then we did our stream guard for 45 minutes. He's right on that.
No, I'm not saying that. I know that. But what I'm asking, did you ask him? So, well, let's watch.
Yeah, on live stream, on video, if we could get a chat.
Oh, no. But he wants to say things about us, right? Without our input. So I'm just saying, so this is what we have to do, Go ahead.
All right.
Stay down and be like, oh, we all this season now, we have these last 4 years, we're not going to get out of this slump because the ownership, because I don't like Russell Wilson, he's cornballish. Like, y'all is weird. Y'all is some straight weirdos, bro. Real talk.
Okay, stop.
And see that right there, that mentality is what I mean by toxicity.
Yes, that's a lie. First of all, he's lying. He's not telling the truth.
But you kind of sound. We say this with everybody. It's not just you. You sound like Wanu, one of our nemesis out there who really doesn't like us and likes to come up with stat lies without context. You get no offense. I'm not saying you are Wanu, but we say that about everyone who's just lies about
going Wanu on us. Well, first of all, he just lied. And I guess you're fine with this shit show. I guess. That to me is yours admitting that I'm fine with this shit. So I'll be the good wife. You can keep beating me. Okay. Yeah, you can keep doing that. I'll love you still. That's just not how we're wired.
No.
No, we're not taking it anymore. No, I don't believe in what's going on. I have to see it. I have to see it to believe it. I looked at the Dallas. You guys are like, oh my God. But all the negative stuff, that's how you guys operate. It's what you guys do. All right.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like that don't even have a position to even represent this logo, bro.
Okay, so we don't have a position to represent. That kind of sounds like what is it?
Authoritarianism.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like a whatever.
I'm not taking permission. I'm not getting notes from John Elway to spew his bullshit. We've had enough of it, and we're going to call it
out. So do I need to give you permission on how to do a video or something? I don't do that. I don't say, oh, fans, you need to have permission. I don't do that. But you're trying to say that, we shouldn't have permission to represent the logo? Like, come on, dude. That's authoritarian. What is it, the word again?
Authoritarianism. You have to go to the proper authorities, get a permit, and then you'll be able to go and speak. Yeah, you can take that and shove it up your what.
Yeah, get that vaccine card, buddy.
Yeah.
Then on a daily basis and hold it, with pride to the utmost. Why are you representing this logo, bro? Why do you think you have the approval to represent this logo?
I don't need approval to represent.
You don't need the approval.
Just like you don't need an approval to do a video.
That's right. Exactly. You don't need approval either.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not in you genuinely and you don't really have a love for the team, why do you feel like you should be able to represent this logo?
Okay. I want to stop right there. Stop right. We don't have a love for the team. We're putting our asses on the line because we want this team to be we want them to be a dynasty. We don't want just we're good enough, just good enough. Oh, we almost made it. No,
Well,
we want a dynasty. We're putting our asses on the line. We don't get paid. We get death threatened. I mean, come on, man. You're better than that.
And you know what? Dude, if we were just like you, we would have 5.2K subscribers. We would be on our way to get paid by the team. But we're not going to do that. I don't want to get paid and
we're
told
not sellouts. We ain't sellouts. We love the team because we know how this thing could be built.
No, we know that we love the team because we know what the Pat Bowlen way is, and that's the proper way of doing things.
Yeah. So when you say, how dare we talk about John Elway? No. John Elway has.
How dare you stop bringing up John Elway?
Yes, absolutely. John Elway has turned this organization. You can get your head out of the sand just for this second. Get the head out of the sand. He has turned this organization the worst it's been since the AFL days.
Agreed.
It is what it is.
Now, you're not wrong.
No.
It's okay. Criticism and be positive, but some of these fans run for the rest of the fan base. And that's kind of why I had to make this video, because they were going at other content creators. They were going at other Bronco content creators, and they're talking shit, And I'm like, who are you, bro? I literally been on YouTube for a minute, and I never even heard of your YouTube channel. And then when I look back on it, I'm like, okay, I know, I kind of remember.
Oh, okay, we're backtracking. Oh yeah, I do. I remember the. Oh yeah. Is this guy straight, or I mean, is he just like he's like a weasel almost? It's just we're going after content creators. We go after bullshit people that just constantly feed you bullshit. I'm not going to be fed bullshit anymore. I'm just done with it.
We're the ones on the front lines. You guys say you're the ones on the front lines. Me and him.
We're definitely on the front lines, yeah.
Front lines. We're the one that's taking all this credit. We're the ones that are getting death threatened by the people that you listen to, by the little minions that they send out to attack us and say we're racist, death threats, but we're the ones on the front lines trying to, defend. And you guys, you know what you guys have done. You guys have, and this is not saying that you personally are doing it, but the fans like you have pissed on the Pat Bowlen legacy. We're trying to say no. The Pat Bowlen legacy is much bigger than you just shitting on his grave.
So I had to put out a cease and desist video out to the other platforms because they were saying things that were they were crossing the line.
And then they edited out Mile High Huddle.
And we made video. We took all this, we took it to an attorney.
Yes.
Okay, because that's how bad this is. Because we hold them accountable for their line. We snapshot everything. We document everything, but we're just not putting up with it. We're not going to put up with it. And every time it turns out that every time it turns out we are correct, do we get a thank you for it? No. Do we think like maybe these guys may be on to something here? Maybe we really should think about revamping what we're doing instead of mindlessly, maybe, just maybe. So we got another year of this stuff. So we're not going away. Maybe there's something that we can offer. Maybe light a fire or it's not just about blind faith. If this thing goes south, it's time to revamp. It's time to get it right. All right.
Dude, what me and you excel in is film. What me and you excel in is player evaluation. Dude, we're not like your typical Bronco loving fans.
I don't think we're like anybody out there. We're a completely different animal.
Whole movement of holding an organization accountable. But let me just say this. We look at this thing objectively. That is the part that you guys can't understand. We break this team apart piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by fucking piece.
Yeah, it's not just the quarterback and the head coach or
watch, dude. Tell them how many times you watched the Dallas Cowboys game. Tell them how many times you watched it.
It turned out to be about 3 times because I played each of the plays over 3 times at least.
Series. We don't cherry pick plays. We don't do that.
No, we'll never do that. You can choose not to look at it. I realize when things go bad or it's the bad stuff, it's like this, dude. You're never going to stop your drinking, your alcohol problem unless you say, "Look, I'm an alcoholic." Okay, you've got to look at the bad stuff too. You have to be objective about the bad stuff. You know, we've been objective about the good stuff, what little there is, but you know.
You have to be accountable. You have to be accountable. Look at this thing of, dude, I encourage you, man. Look at the, dude, go watch his film review against the Ravens, because I think that's one of the best game breakdowns I've seen all year. Is that game with the you bring up so many key points and so many key issues that you think the people you're listening to, oh yeah, all that film review that they show.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're just in your mother's basement right now.
Yeah, it's just a mother's basement. I'll empty the trash out in just a second.
Keep it down, buddy.
Yeah, I think they should take a look at your Baron Browning. I think they should take a look.
Look at my Baron Browning. Look at all my dude. A lot of my draft content is on his channel because my original channel got deleted, which is my fault, and I take full responsibility for it. But that's how badly. And I put my neck in the noose for that. But that's how badly they wanted to remove my original channel, because I was just bam, 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 bam. Dude, I was just hitting on bam, bam, bam like a boxer out there, just hitting on all cylinders, man. You if my original channel was still up, you would see just a plethora of other fans from other teams going, and you don't think that some of the players around the league weren't watching that type of film that I was putting out? Same with this guy right here. It's not just the fans that are looking at this, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Give us your best. That's what I say to all the teams. Give us your best shot, and we can figure out what we need to improve on. You know, you'd never look at it as a loss. Look at it as a gain. You know what? Yeah, that's what another thing I'm going to say too. He said, "Oh, that they're mad because we're losing." Yeah, we are mad, but we also know how to fix this thing too. If we had the proper front office to do it, we don't.
But you guys just settle in the middle and be a dumpster fire. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
People that are embedded in the Broncos community that follow the team, and you're
paid by the team.
Their YouTube. You're disrespecting them by saying, "Oh, we're passionate Bronco fans, and we're not just going to try to be attention whores. We're not going to try to just do anything for attention and views." And I'm like, why would you even come at other Bronco fans like that, bro? Why would you even come at Bronco fans like that? If you're a Bronco fan, what is it? What are you going to gain by going at other Bronco fans? Shouldn't you be united with other Bronco fans? Shouldn't you go out to connect and unite with the Broncos fan base instead of going at the Broncos fan base?
Okay, time out. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you, because I know you have to speak on
We're
this.
trying to wake them up. Okay, we're not trying to, you know, this is probably where we did fail. You know, maybe, you know, not being nice enough. You know, it just gets to a point you just get so fed up. Because you yourself, dude, you're like, hit me and slap me, beat me up, I don't care. I'll love you no matter what. We're not wired that way, and it's frustrating for us. You know, we know that there's a lot of work that this team has yet to do that's not going to get done, that's going to get exposed. We know that. It's mathematics. It just can't get around it. And it's like, here we go again. Here comes the ass beating again, you know. Here comes the big letdown again that didn't need to be, you know. And it's every year you guys just swallow the Kool-Aid, and it's really tough for me and my partner.
Yes.
You know, could it be just an ounce of skepticism? Could you have an ounce of skepticism? Just an ounce, maybe? Is it more than maybe the quarterback? Maybe more than the coach? We never said that, you know, we hated Hackett. We just never believe he's going to be anything because there's going to be that tap on the shoulder from Al Davis Elway. You know? It just, nothing's going to change in our opinion. It's going to maybe look a little different, but at the end of the day,
the end result
happy to be there. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be there.
The end result against the good teams is annihilation, unfortunately.
That's what what it looks like to me, but we'll see, I guess.
You feel in your heart you're obligated to something, bro. Let me tell you, you can't tell me anything about this squad and how to be a fan. You couldn't tell me one bit of what it is to be.
So we. Oh.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't.
No, we're not telling anybody. We don't tell anybody how to be a fan.
No, your people tell us how to be. You're a little, not you, but the type of fans like you come in death threat and say you need to be this. Shut the fuck up and all the above.
Yeah. Being a fan isn't just mindlessly.
I know.
Maybe we're not fans. Maybe we're just GMs and we don't know it. We're ready to fire the front office. Well, he should have been fired a long time ago. Anyway.
Yeah. Whatever.
Authentic Bronco fan, because this shit right here it's not a fabrication, bro. This shit runs deep in my bloodstream, homie. Generations of sweat, tears, blood, and everything for this team. For me to get happy for what we have in the new roster and the new faces, the new blood.
What new faces?
Okay,
what new faces? Just a carbon copy of the faces from last year?
Yeah. Oh, Benito, how's that working out? Dulcich, how's that working out? Gregory, how's that working out? Williams, how's that working out?
When we warned you,
getting started. So what are you talking about, Mister? My blood is orange and blue. What are you talking about? I don't. This new blood. This what? Then it's just the same. After that, it's the same old, same old.
Well, you're talking, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure you did. You've done a. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know you, man. I just did a video with you, but you can't tell you, dude. When you say something like, and this is where I have to hold you accountable, dude. Because I was about to just lose my shit when you said this, and I didn't tell him that. I told you. I about lost my shit when you said, and I don't know if it was in this or the video we did, where you said, wow, me and my family did everything that we could to keep the Denver Broncos in town. What about Floyd fucking Little? You just gonna piss
who? What? Who? What? Oh, what?
Who went to the fucking door and knocked to keep the Broncos in town? And
Floyd,
this guy knows that more than I do, so he can elaborate on it.
Floyd went door to door to keep the Broncos in the Mile High City. Floyd did that. He went door to door. Many of you probably don't know who Floyd Little is. He's the franchise. And I mean the franchise because he kept it here in Denver. They were so pissed off that he got drafted to Denver. They were in New York. They were pissed off. He's the man. Went door to door, kept the Broncos in Denver. So, and when I bring up like Billy Thompson, that's just like over these people's heads, man. It is. So don't tell me about how deep the Bronco blood runs, because I can believe me, it runs much deeper on this side than you can imagine. We're big Pat Bowlen supporters all the way. We don't want that legacy to die that John Elway's killing. We don't want to see Broncos just become another mindless corporation when it had a guy like Pat Bowlen behind this, the rock of it. I mean, he was the rock of it. Yeah. John Elway was the heart and soul, maybe, of it, but Pat Bowlen was the rock.
He was the engine behind the whole thing.
The whole thing, yeah.
And he was the one standing to sign on the dotted line, and Peyton Manning said that in the press conference when he showed up to Denver. So
yeah. You're just not going to get us mindlessly cheerleading. That's not what we do.
No, that's not what you're going to get here.
It just got to a point. You would say, "Why'd you start a channel?" Because I got tired of being lied to and bullshitted. I got tired of being bitch slapped by the husband, and I wasn't going to take it anymore. Okay? I know I'm probably getting a lot of trouble for saying that, but
you're not going to get in trouble. Well, you might, because it's.
I know. I mean, what I'm saying is that I'm sick of being. You say, "Oh, you're being abused." I'm just sick of being lied to. I'm sick of being lied to.
I agree.
Because there is a better way than the way this is going on. But we got Russell, we got Russell. This is a bigger issue than Russell Wilson. And I have a feeling you people are going to learn the hard way about that.
I agree.
I can't see how it's going to go any other way.
that. I can do that all I want, because regardless of the fact of the matter, if the team wins 2 games, I'm still going to be representing this logo, and I'm still going to look for the best in players, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're going to look. So what about Teddy Bridgewater? What about Drew Lock? What about Case
Keenum? Yeah,
what
guys,
about,
you just crapped on those guys all the way.
Enzi, when he's thriving in Buffalo. What about other guys? Connor McGovern with the Jets. You weren't a big fan, but I think he's a better player than Lloyd Cushenberry by far. What we've seen so far. What about guys like that?
What about holding these people accountable? These guys we do have. You can't. There's just gotta.
Whatever. You ran Von Miller out of town, so.
Lindsey.
Yes. Yeah.
You think you're obligated? You think you're king tut with this Broncos country, bro? You can go at other Bronco content creators, bro. I'm like, who the fuck are you, homie? That's just weirdo shit, man. Like, and you're gonna
stop it, dude. It's weirdo because you cannot. In your mind, holding people accountable is so far beyond you. You can't, in your universe, hold anybody accountable except us, somebody who speaks a different language. You think you're holding us accountable, so we're setting the record straight. I mean, I'll commend you for that. At least you're holding somebody accountable, I guess. But you can't hold the authorities accountable. That you think you're just a little smurf, a little slave, I guess, and you can't hold the authorities accountable. Remember, just like the government, we're the boss. The government does what we say. We're the fans. We're not going to take it. We're not going to be lied to, and we're not going to be bullshitted anymore. We're the ticket holders. If this thing goes south, should I buy more tickets? Well, corporations will just buy them up, so it doesn't,
Doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter. So you got, I know you, like I said, it's about accountability. That's the bottom line. Go ahead.
Content creators, because we're happy that the team's going in the right direction. When you want to stay stagnant, you want to say,
Stop it. Dude, you're all about stagnation because you're cheering on the same fucking thing. We're the anti-stagnation. I think this is it. This is the pinnacle.
Okay.
I think they honestly believe that this is the new direction. There is no new direction. This is the same old direction. And it frustrates us because you can't see it. What is the new? Where have we done anything? Where is Elway? He's hidden behind his onion layers. We've got now again it looks like another year of bad draft picks, and you're not with no draft picks ahead of us because we put the cart. What's the new direction? What is the new direction?
What's the foundation?
There is no foundation, let alone a direction. This guy is totally mind fucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why it's weird to him. He believes in his mind that we've done so much different. And everything I've seen, it's just the more we've done different, the more it looks the same.
I agree.
Change another quarterback, change another coach, wash, rinse, repeat. To him, wash, rinse, repeat is going forward, moving forward. Wash, rinse, repeat, dude, is stagnation. You represent stagnation. You're everything about stagnation. This weird language we're speaking is about ripping this thing out, doing it right. That is moving forward, completely moving forward. And we know that we got to go through this growing pain because you people think this is new. And then when it turns out to be the same old thing, when you can't escape that reality, then it maybe you'll say, now I see what those guys were saying. They were talking about. I get it now. That's all I can hope for. Anything else you got?
No, that's it for me. It's just sad to see. Well, it's sad to see what this fan base has turned into, quite frankly, and what this organization always done. Just the mind fucking left and right.
Yeah, it's like you said, and I know they don't understand this because they weren't around then, most of them. This is like going back to the 1990s and having to deal with those fucking Raider fans all over again.
Yep.
But now it's Bronco fans playing the part, just the cluelessness, the mindlessness. defending Elway to the bitter end. You know, they would defend Davis to the bitter, and those who spoke against Davis those were the weirdos. And so anyway,
just a carbon copy of what happened in the 90s.
It seems like it, just to change different teams, but the circumstances, yeah, is about the same. Yeah, and I'm not a big corporate person too, by the way, just so you know.
No,
I believe in the small mom. I believe in us people that we can do it. You know,
yeah,
I don't mindlessly. I'm just not a mindlessly. You know.
Yeah, you're cheerlead, and that's why me and him work so well together, because we don't put up with bullshit. And you know what? If you know what was funny, if I wasn't real, I would have never came on your live chat and wanted to talk to you.
Well, I'm just saying that if you had all these questions, why didn't you just ask us to come on?
Yeah. Well, instead of making a video lying about us.
Yeah, sneaking around, you know. So, and we caught you. But I just think that we did this to set the record straight, because maybe there's other people that have these similar questions, misunderstandings. I'm not saying that you're going to believe everything we say or anything like that. You're just going to keep on going until you can't, until reality hits you so hard that you can't get around it. I guess one of us is going to be hit with reality. And from what I can see, we're heading in the same direction we've been doing. The stagnation is where we're going.
6 years.
Yeah, you just get a different version of it with Russell Wilson.
Yep, carbon copy, but souped up, like I said would happen.
Yeah, it seems so. So we'll see. So I guess I got to throw this out there too.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just call it, Mile High View answers.
Say Mile High View, set the record straight, like you said.
Yeah, setting the misconception straight. All right.
Yeah, do that.
All right. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.